Hi everyone, this is looking at the new consignment approach. At the beginning it's the same in terms of inwards goods. You have your suppliers. I've got Perebo set here, and you set your items as consignment if it's a consignment job. Now one restriction here is that you can't have some things in a job that are consignment and some that are sale or return. So it'll stop you doing that if it's the case. Now we load stock and fill orders there. Just take that ISBN for later too. Right, so the next step of this is to basically sell some goods in the POS. Now the difference, so if we put in test in here, right, and just sell it, card, $3. Now what's happening here is it automatically creates an accounts payable draft invoice for the supplier before you had to go to reports and best sellers. So apart from being kind of inefficient, it's really in the wrong place. This should be in the account section rather than the best sellers. So you had this report, you set the date range and the agency and tick consignment only, and it'll give you sales of consignment items that you could then copy and paste and send to the supplier. That'll still work. But in addition to this, now if you go to accounts payable and payable purchase invoice, pending purchase invoices, consignment draft invoices where we need to go, and we should see distributor. Now, what was the distributor on that one? It should really be agency. Let's just have a look and see what I put test in under here. Purchase order. Test. Agency is agency purchase order, and Baker and Taylor 1 is the distributor. Now if we go back to those accounts, Baker and Taylor 1, so it's coming up under that. Test ice, regular price, net $1, so that must be the cost of that test item. If we go and sell another item from that job, what's that? It's been in the same job, quantity 1, card, post. If we go back to this and refresh it, that job that ISBN might have had a different supplier, just because I'm using, obviously when you're doing a real one, you're going to have everything from the same supplier in the same job, but we just don't have that quite like that in tests. So under South Pacific Book Distributors, I have a different draft invoice, accounts payable, consignment draft invoices, south. There we go. It's creating that one for them. And this is the cost price in the actual, so it puts a cost price. And so what you do is let those invoices build up. At the end of the month, all you do is then post them to the accounts payable. So it's a lot tidier and much easier to communicate because it's in a accounts kind of format. Plus, it should be a lot less work because it's automated. We're very keen on you to test this and give us feedback before we push it to production. It's a fairly major interface change and a fairly major new feature. So we would like to have some more people trying it out on beta.